Good morning, everybody. This is the star rib mesh stitch that I promised, and the yarn that I'm using is my soybean yarn, which will be available soon, and the needles that I'm using today are from Lantern Moon. These are made of palm wood. They're size 10.5. And one thing that I wanted to mention before we start, the picture that you saw at the beginning of the video was of this fabric that had been blocked. So you can see here on the needles it doesn't really look like much, but once you block it, it really opens up the fabric. And this yarn is a fingering weight yarn, which typically you would use a size 1 through 3 needle for. But since this is a lace stitch, I'm using a much larger needle, and it really allows the fabric to open up and just look awesome. This is a 4-row repeat, and you'll want to work on a multiple of 4 plus 1, and I just have 17 here for my little sample. So let's get started. This pattern starts on the wrong side, which just means this is the right side of your fabric. The first row you'll be working with the wrong side facing you. And for row 1, all you will be doing is purling all of your stitches. For row 2, you'll start by knitting the first stitch and then begin your pattern repeat, and it's yarn over. And you want to slip the next 2 stitches, slip them together knitwise. Then you're going to knit 1. Then you want to pick up those 2 stitches that you slipped. Just pick them up together and lift them over the knit stitch. And then yarn over and knit 1. And that's the repeat, so that's what you'll do for the rest of your row. Just yarn over, slip 2 stitches together knitwise, knit 1, and then pass your 2 slipped stitches over the knit stitch. And that is what makes the centered decrease that you see here. And then yarn over and knit 1. And row 3, again, you're just going to purl all of your stitches. And last row, row 4, you're going to start by making a slip slip knit, and the way that I like to do it, I slip the first stitch knitwise, then I slip the second stitch purlwise, and then I knit them together. Yarn over, knit 1, and then you'll start your pattern repeat, which is the same as above. yarn over, slip 2 knitwise, knit 1, pass the 2 slipped stitches over, yarn over, and knit 1. So you'll do that for the rest of your row, and then when you come to the end, you're going to end row 4 a little differently than you did row 2. You should have 2 stitches left after your last repeat. So you'll just yarn over and knit those 2 together. And then repeat those 4 rows for your pattern. And if you block your project, it will look wonderful. Happy knitting!